देख बेटे, या तो पहले मिल जाता तो बुढ़ापा खराब गुजरता तो अभी मिला है और जवानी में नहीं मिला तो कम से कम बुढ़ापा अच्छा चला जाएगा. Actually, there is nothing to regret. Things are happening for me now. For some people, it happened 20 years back, okay, 24 years back. But that's all right. Late Irrfan Khan and KK Menon. You will be surprised to know that three of us have always voiced our admiration to each other and how much we were learning from each other.
कभी jealousy हुई इरफान साहब से and you said a very beautiful thing that अगर ऐसा होता तो मैं तो शाहरुख खान से फिर jealous होता.
मैं accept तभी करूँगा जब मैं ऐसा महसूस करता हूँ.
correct.
मुझे असुरक्षा नहीं होती है because मैं बड़ा कंटेंट हूँ अपने सिचुएशन में.
A mainstream filmmaker's prerogative is market dictated.
Correct.
They spend a lot, and I know this because I've worked with Aditya Chopra. He spends a lot of time and energy trying to understand लोगों को क्या चाहिए. It's very hard to make a DDLJ and to make an entire country watch it for 20 years straight.
But you still refrain from calling yourself a star.
I don't. I'm
You
not.
don't.
I'm not. I'm not a star. I'm just an actor.
Very fewer times do we come across a movie which makes us feel each and every emotion with so much honesty and realism. And well, Devashish Makhija and Manoj Bajpayee's Joram has definitely managed to do that. Hello sir, how are you guys? And firstly, congratulations
Thank
and
you.
welcome to Bollywood Bubble.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know, as I said, जब मैं मूवी देख रही थी ना, बहुत कम ऐसा होता है as even someone who reviews films की जब आप एक मूवी देख रहे हो आप उसमें इतना इंग्रॉस हो जाते हो कि अब आपको वो स्टोरी बहुत रिलेटेबल लग रही है एंड यू योरसेल्फ आर गेटिंग इमोशनल. लाइक देयर वाज अ सीन, द साड़ी सीन व्हिच हैपेंड,
Right.
दैट वाज जस्ट सो हार्ट ब्रेकिंग कि मुझे लग रहा था कि ये नहीं होना चाहिए. और आपको पता चल जाता है कि अब कुछ होने वाला है क्योंकि वो एक बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट सीन था. आपने काम किया है इस मूवी में, आपने ऑफ कोर्स लिखी है, डायरेक्ट की है. As people associated with the film, कितना इमोशनली टोल ले लेता है ये एक्सपीरियंस आपकी जर्नी में?
बोलिए.
अब तुम हर फिल्म में
हर फिल्म में टोल लेते हैं. हम लोग तो मतलब ऐसा हो जाता है कि अब कितनी सारी फिल्मों से बाहर निकले क्योंकि अगर साल में 3 फिल्में मेरी आ रही हैं तो जाहिर सी बात है कि 3 फिल्म्स, दैट मीन्स विद द प्रिपरेशन टाइम इंक्लूडेड यू आर गिविंग around say 7-8 months, okay, minimum, and one film after another film after another film. You now I don't bother about it. It may be taking its toll, but let it be. We'll deal with it when it comes to, it's like that. Now after Gulmohar, if I have to get into Joram's character, that's the need of the time. It's a time that I can't miss. They can't wait for me to get out of.
You had no window. You had
No,
6 days.
Yeah, no window at all. And then you are getting into it, and you are completely there with the character, with the film, with my director, my co-actors, everyone, and then you're trying to make the most of it. So whatever toll it's taking, I don't want to be aware of it at this point of time. Maybe it is getting pushed in the back of my brain by the character that I'm about to play. But right now मुझे अभी सोचना नहीं है इसके बारे में. अभी मुझे मज़ा आ रहा है कि अच्छे रोल्स मिल रहे हैं, अच्छी कहानियों का हिस्सा हूँ, अच्छे डायरेक्टर्स के साथ काम करने का मौका मिल रहा है जो इतने सालों में इतना फ्रिक्वेंटली नहीं होता था. हमको वेट करना पड़ता था या खोजना पड़ता था एक अगली अच्छी फिल्म करने के लिए. अभी वो अच्छा टाइम है. अभी किसी और चीज़ के बारे में नहीं सोचना, बस काम करते रहना है.
In my case, I'm living with this material for anything between 2 and 7-8 years.
Right.
तो emotional toll तो बहुत deep होता है because these stories also come from places of being broken, being disturbed, being angry, being sad about things, and for that emotion to translate on paper first and then through so many people inside a film, I have to feel all those emotions first. Otherwise, I can't make it feel true on paper from where everything else begins. तो toll तो होता है, and there's no way around that.
जोरम और एक चीज़ के बारे में बात करते हैं, वो है घर, अपने घर की फीलिंग. 8 years back I moved to Bombay and now today Bombay feels like home. But the kind of industry we work in, sometimes even when I go to you know, these parties where it's like all the film people are there, or you are like at a place or at an event where there are like just so many people from the media, from the film industry. I just feel sometimes I don't fit in. मुझे लगता है अभी भी, जबकि 5 साल से आप काम कर रहे हो, जो कि इतना ज़्यादा वक्त नहीं है, बट स्टिल ऐसा लगता है कि अभी भी आई डोंट फील लाइक दिस प्लेस इज़ माई होम. आप लोगों के लिए, आप लोग तो कितने सालों से काम कर रहे हैं, आप लोग ने कितना कुछ अचीव भी कर लिया है इस इंडस्ट्री में, आज भी कहीं ना कहीं ये फीलिंग आती है?
नहीं, देखिए, जब आप अपने जो जहाँ पे आपका बचपन बीता है, जहाँ पे आप अपने माँ बाप के साथ रहे, वही होम होता है. उसके अगर आपने वो छोड़ दिया और कहीं और चले गए अपने सपने को पूरा करने के लिए, तो फिर आप हमेशा वो डिस्प्लेस्ड मूड में ही हमेशा रहते हैं, हमेशा. और अपने कमरे में जा कर के या अपना घर खरीद लीजिए आप, वहाँ भी आपको होम नहीं लगता है. आप हमेशा एक रिफ्यूजी स्टेट ऑफ माइंड में रहते हो. यू डोंट फील सेटल्ड. You feel that, you know, any time you will have to move out from here. वो एक ऐसा क्या कहें, वो मेंटल सिचुएशन होती है जिससे कि आप कभी नहीं निकल सकते, कभी निकल पाते ही नहीं. अभी किसी इंटरव्यू में कह रहे थे कि अब तो कभी लगता है कि भाई हम यहाँ से कब निकलेंगे, अब यहाँ से कहाँ जाना है. तो आप जगह ही सोच रहे होते हो कि आप यहाँ से कहाँ जाओगे.
फिल्म इंडस्ट्री आपको जब काम की बात करें तो अब वो फाइनली ऐसा लगता है कि नाउ दिस इज़ होम फॉर मी. काम
एक अलग चीज़ है. काम करने के लिए मजदूर अपना घर छोड़ करके मुंबई शहर में आता है और
दूसरों के घर बनाता है.
काम एक अलग चीज़ है, लेकिन आप क्या घर के जैसा लगता है आपको? नहीं लगता है. जबकि मेरी अपनी फैमिली है और पत्नी है, बच्चा है, लेकिन फिर भी जो है आपको नहीं लगता कि आप जो है यहाँ पर हमेशा रहोगे.
देवाशीष, फॉर यू?
हाँ, मैं ये कहना चाहता था, माय पेरेंट्स एक्चुअली वर बॉर्न इन व्हाट इज़ नाउ नोन एज पाकिस्तान.
ओके.
सिंधी रेफ्यूजीज़ थे. और मेरी माँ बेंगलोर गई, मेरे फादर 6-8 की उम्र में बॉम्बे आए, फिर दोनों शादी करके कलकत्ता गए. मेरी पैदाइश कलकत्ता की है, मैं ना कलकत्ता का हूँ ना बॉम्बे का हूँ. सो आई वाज बॉर्न अ रेफ्यूजी. तो दैट सेंस ऑफ होम आई डोंट नो इट. And my parents are not around anymore. So it's me trying to find answers for my constant sense of, as Manoj sir said, displacement through my stories. So I'm drawn to the idea of displacement in different ways, and the idea of being an immigrant or being a migrant, क्योंकि मैं कहीं का नहीं हूँ.
जोरम की अगर बात करें, आप दोनों का sort of reunion हुआ है after भोसले. You know, you guys worked together in that film, and it was a wonderful movie. Even this one, when I watched, मेरे को यही लग रहा था बार बार कि, you know, जब दो great performers they come together, something that's built is amazing. So when I was watching Joram also I was feeling. But if I ask you, Devashish, you know, working with Manoj after that, as an actor, do you think there has been any change, or your experience from that time has translated into something new?
You know, the first time I met Manoj sir in April 2014 with the script of Bhosle, and then we made a short film, Tanda. He was already, I used to call him a tuning fork. You want a certain note, you just have to hit it here, you'll get that precise note. Because he had spent so many years doing so much work that I don't know where you go from there. So I think for me, it's just been that Manoj Bajpayee that has been that tuning fork on Tanda, has been that tuning fork on Bhosle, has been that tuning fork on Joram. He was, I think, leagues ahead of everyone else when I met him. If I had worked with him in 92, then there is some conversation to be had. But I met the Manoj Bajpayee that the world is discovered only in the last 6-7 years. Right. He was ready and raring to go way before that.
Of course. You know, that's what my next question is. मनोज, कभी-कभी ऐसा लगता है कि अगर हम मूवी एंथुसियास्ट की बात करें तो वो तो आपको काफ़ी पहले से जानते हैं, उन्होंने आपका काम देखा है, पहचाना है. बट जो मे बी आज की शायद जनरेशन है, उनको यू नो फैमिली मैन बोलते ही अच्छा हाँ यू नो मनोज बाजपेयी फैमिली मैन वैसा रहता है. कभी इस बात का आपको अफसोस या रिग्रेट होता है कि यार वो पहले क्यों नहीं अचीव हुआ?
नहीं, ये इसके बारे में आप सोच नहीं सकते हो. मेरे केस में तो चलिए अभी 5-6 साल से हो रहा है, लेकिन कईयों के केस में जो कि बड़े टैलेंटेड लोग हैं होता ही नहीं है. सो यू जस्ट थैंक यू लक एंड जस्ट keep working hard and feel happy that you are getting it, you know, and feel grateful. That's the only feeling I have. Actually, there is nothing to regret. Things are happening for me now. For some people, it happened 20 years back, okay, 24 years back. But that's all right. As my spiritual guru says, कि देख बेटे, या तो पहले मिल जाता तो बुढ़ापा खराब गुजरता तो अभी मिला है और जवानी में नहीं मिला तो कम से कम बुढ़ापा अच्छा चला जाएगा. So there are two ways to look at things, you know.
I think ये thought, it also comes from experience.
Right.
I think someone who's new will not feel this way,
No,
because
they will not.
you know, if I talk about myself also, we are so competitive that sometimes we think not what we are getting, but उसको ये मुझसे पहले कैसे मिला. Often that thought comes, and I feel with experience ही वो thought जाएगा.
लेकिन मैं तब जब यंग भी था ना, तो हम लोग इतना ज़्यादा अपने स्किल को सुधारने में लगे रहते थे, इतना काम करते थे ना, कि वो दिमाग कभी जाता ही नहीं था कभी भी. मैं आपको बताऊं, मेरे साथ में 2 मेरे कंटेम्प्रेरीज जो काम कर रहे थे और बहुत ही कमाल के एक्टर, लेट इरफान खान एंड के मेनन. You will be surprised to know that 3 of us have always voiced our admiration to each other and how much we were learning from each other. Okay, and also we were going through the same thing. Okay, it's not about acceptance, it's about the industry being completely confused as to what to do with us. But they were not making those kind of films where we could fit in.
Yeah.
So all they could think of is one villain role here, or a second villain there, or a third character actor there. That's all. But we never thought of touching those roles. So we went through it because we were looking for choices. We were looking to do things that we always wanted to do, and not do something where you are repenting all the time when you are on the shoot.
Yeah, just adding on to that, recently I watched a clip an interview where you were asked that कभी jealousy हुई इरफान साहब से, and you said a very beautiful thing that अगर ऐसा होता तो मैं तो शाहरुख खान से फिर jealous होता, और वो insecurity है ही नहीं. But that being said, I still feel that a lot of times even the biggest of superstars, they feel that sense of insecurity in them, and they have come out and accepted and admitted it कि हाँ ये ऐसा ही है, ये business ही ऐसा है.
मैं accept तभी करूँगा जब मैं ऐसा महसूस करता हूँ.
Correct.
मुझे असुरक्षा नहीं होती है because मैं बड़ा content हूँ अपने situation में. अब मैं बड़ा thankful हूँ कि और grateful हूँ कि मैं इस समय आपसे बात कर रहा हूँ. एंड मेरे लिए ये जवाबदारी है मेरे ऊपर में कि मैं आपके साथ में इस फिल्म को लेकर के जो भी बातचीत हो उसके प्रति मैं ईमानदार हूँ और उसको अच्छे से ऑडियंस तक लेके जाएं. इसके बीच में टाइम नहीं है कुछ और सोचने का. अगर टाइम भी है तो मैं तो इस बारे में दिमाग नहीं जाता है कभी कभी. आई थिंक आई एम ब्लेस्ड. आई मस्ट टेल यू, आई थिंक बोथ ऑफ अस आर दैट वे, दैट वी ओनली look at great things that our contemporaries are doing, and what are the things that we can learn from. K. Menon is a very fine actor. Each and every success that he's getting, it must be making his wife very proud, but it is making me much more prouder. So that's the way we are, because we are not into those kind of films where self-obsession is required.
Correct.
We are all doing things where story is very important, director is very important, cinema is very important. So we are we are part of very different kind of films which is not competing with anyone.
Of course.
So look at the things that we are surrounded with. Actually, that defines me or Devashish or KK or any other actor of that genre.
And our battles are cut out for us.
Yeah.
Most of our life is spent setting up these films.
Yeah.
Right.
वो सांस लेने की राहत नहीं होती.
You know, but Devashish, talking about you, I was seeing a very recent interview of yours where even you talked about being in dark phases in life.
Yeah.
Also, I feel when you are in this industry, firstly, I feel it's very stressful. I sometimes look at actors or filmmakers or producers and I feel, okay, I can never do this because ये बहुत ही ज़्यादा stressful है. हमें तो एक interview के लिए इतना stress हो जाता है. You guys are making full-fledged feature films. But there is then this tag that comes, you know, that you are an indie director. And mainstream से वो अलग कर दिया जाता है. And sometimes it's very disappointing personally for me to see that these mainstream films, भले ही वो देखने के लिए इतनी अच्छी नहीं है, पर वो इतने ज़्यादा पैसे कमा रही है बॉक्स ऑफिस में. Whereas these films, the content heavy films that I love watching and so many people around me appreciate, those are not earning that much. Do you as a filmmaker somewhere feel disappointed with this?
Not at all. You know, in that interview itself, the one you're referring to, I've spoken about the demarcation between the prerogatives.
Yeah.
A mainstream filmmaker's prerogative is market dictated.
Correct.
They spend a lot, and I know this because I've worked with Aditya Chopra, he spends a lot of time and energy trying to understand logo ko kya chahiye. Nothing wrong with that. That drives him. And then he gives an aspirational experience to people. They forget their troubles for the 3 hours that they watch his film. We need that in society as well, because God knows we are living a very difficult life, all of us. And then there's the artistic filmmaker whose impulse to make the film comes from within, not from the market. They're both equally difficult. It's very hard to make a DDLJ and to make an entire country watch it for 20 years straight. So both people are facing challenges, are driven by different things. And when some things work backwards from the market, it will make money because that's its driving force. But when something's made artistically, it's a bonus if it makes money. Because we are driven by an artistic, socio-political, all kinds of other impulses but market. Joram, in fact, is an attempt to bridge that gap. Yeah. There has been concerted thought and effort put into making it engaging, to making it a little wider in outreach than just a smaller artistic independent film. So yes, it's a challenge, but I don't see it as a problem because हमारे objectives ही अलग हैं.
Manoj, lastly, this year has been, you know, great for you because when I watched Banda, I felt the same thing. Ki, oh my God, what a performance, what a movie, and it was beautifully put there out there. Even with Gulmohar, same, and now Joram, all 3 movies I've watched and I've felt कि you know this is what an actor is. I'm sure बहुत लोगों ने आपको बोला होगा, आपकी एक्टिंग की तारीफ़ की होगी, बट जब ऐसा होता है कि इतनी ज़्यादा तारीफ़ मिलती है या इतना ज़्यादा अप्रिसिएशन मिलता है, किसी भी मोमेंट पे एक फ़ियर आता है एक फ़िल्म या एक OTT प्रोजेक्ट साइन करने टाइम कि यार ये नहीं चला या ये नहीं अगर अच्छा लगा लोगों को तो क्या?
नहीं, बिकॉज फियर नहीं आता है. यू फील encouraged, you feel confident that the choices that you've been doing, you know, were right, and you the path that you are walking on is the right direction. Yeah. It's taking you in the right direction. So it's a more than fear. It's a, as I said, I have never been into, I know as you call it, the big mainstream films. So that stress is never there. If at all there is any kind of stress that I take is in performing and you know and really trying to surprise my director and be part of a great story, be part of a great director's vision. That has been the pursuit. Pursuit has not been, अरे यार ये वाली जो स्क्रिप्ट ली है वो 100 करोड़ कमाएगी नहीं, 200 करोड़ कमाएगी नहीं. स्ट्रेस तब होता है. मुझे स्ट्रेस क्यों होगा? मुझे कहानी चूज़ करनी, अच्छी कहानी चूज़ करनी, एंड फॉर दैट यू जस्ट हैव टू डू व्हाट यू हैव बीन डूइंग, बिकॉज यू नो इन दिस 4-5 years is, you know, I have, you know, what I have gathered that, you know, the choices were just right. So I just have to do what I have been doing, be true to myself, be true to my search, that's it.
But you still refrain from calling yourself a star.
I don't. I'm not. I'm not a star. I'm just an actor. Star is someone who has a bigger position, and then he has a certain connection with the people, and people want to see him, be it at a film award or in a function, or the euphoria that they create. I don't create that euphoria. Okay, people who love me, they come to me and with lot of respect, they show admiration to me, and that's it. The stars create frenzy among the audience. I've never chased that. And secondly, I must tell you, either you are born with that kind of a quality or you are not born with it. I'm born. So I realized that I was born to be an actor. Okay, and this was my dream. Okay, and and I'm just following that dream, nothing else.
On that note, thank you so much for joining in, and all the very best for Joram. I hope and I pray it does extremely well. Like, people go and watch it. Of course, I don't mean box office wise, but a lot of people go and watch it because it's a very well made movie. So congratulations on that, and thank you for joining in.
Thank you. Hi, this is Manoj Bajpayee.
Hi, this is Devashish Makhija.
And you are watching us on
Bollywood Bubble.
And 8 दिसंबर को जोरम आ रही है आपके नज़दीकी सिनेमा घरों में. थिएटर में जाके देखिएगा, अकेले मत देखिएगा.
UA सर्टिफिकेट है.
UA सर्टिफिकेट है, तो बच्चों को भी लेके जा सकते हैं.